Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be drafting the basic bodice pattern for a medium size. Previously, we have drafted for an extra small size and a small size. The links to these videos will be in the description. We'll be doing a review of this pattern at the end of the video, so I encourage us to watch to the end. Please do take note of these measurements I'll be putting out on the screen, aside from my own body measurement, which you'll be working along with your own body measurement. And do not forget to share the video so that it can get to others, like, comment, and if you try this pattern and you love it, please do leave me a feedback. On the shoulder line, I'll place half of my shoulder measurement of 8 inches, and on the same line, I'll mark 2.5 inches for my neck width, and I'll go down 3 inches for my neck depth. I'll square out this point. With my tape placed on the shoulder line on half of my shoulder, I will go down 1.75 inches for my shoulder slope. I'll connect this point to the neckline and draw in my neck curve. We will do a neckline modification, and we do this after we have established the neckline and the shoulder slope. On the neck width, I will go out by half an inch. I will square down this point and draw in my new neck curve. Please, it's important to follow the steps exactly the way I am showing you to get a good result. You can see the excess we have removed from the shoulder from this modification. Do not be tempted to mark 3 inches directly, because if you do, you'll be connecting your shoulder line this way and you will need to make some alterations on the shoulder when you sew this up. With my tape placed on the shoulder line on half of my shoulder, I will go down 8 inches for my armhole level. I will square out this point and this line becomes my bust level. I will find the midpoint between the shoulder slope point and the bust level. I will square out this point and this line becomes my chest level. On this line, I will place half of my front chest measurement or armpit to armpit measurement. The standard difference between half of your shoulder to half of your front chest measurement for a sleeveless dress should not be more than 1 inch. On the bust level, I will place 1/4 of my bust measurement plus half inch for bust ease. This half inch is borrowed from the bust measurement of the back because we are more fuller in the front. With these 3 points, I will draw in my armhole curve. With my tape placed on the shoulder line, I will come down 11 inches for my bust point and I'll square out this point. With my tape on the bust or armhole level, I will come down 2.75 inches for my bust dart level. I will square out this point a little, and from that point, I will go down 1 inch for my standard dart intake. On the bust point, I will place half of my bust span of 4 inches. I will go out by half an inch and draw in my dart legs so that when I sew up this dart, it will not fall directly on the tip of my bust. With my tape placed on the shoulder line, I will come down 17 inches for my front half length. I will square out this point and this line becomes my waistline. On this line, I will place half of my bust span of 4 inches. I will connect it to the point on the bust point with a straight line, and on this line, I will place half inch on both sides of the line for my dart intake and draw in my dart legs. On the waistline, I will place 1/4 of my waist measurement plus the 1 inch dart plus 0.25 inch for ease, and with the bust dart closed, I will draw in my side seam. On the center front of the waistline, I will come down by half an inch for stomach ease, and with the dart closed, I will connect this point back to the waistline with the slight curved side of my ruler. With my tracing wheel, I'll transfer all dart lines and through my darts. For a more fitted sleeve for a sleeveless dress, we add a hidden dart at the armhole. We do this by drawing two short lines at the cuff side of the armhole, and this line will be permanently closed. So you close in the dart and tape it down, reshape your armhole, and that completes the front bodice pattern for a medium size. This side will serve as our zip allowance. On the shoulder line, I'll place half of my shoulder measurement of 8 inches, and on the same line, I'll mark 2.5 inches for my neck width, and I'll go down 1 inch for my neck depth, and I'll square out these points. With my tape on the shoulder line on half of my shoulder, I'll go down 1.75 inches for my shoulder slope. I'll connect this point to the neckline and draw in my back neck curve. On the neck width, I will go out by half an inch for my neckline modification, just like we did on the front bodice. I will square out this point and draw in my new modified neckline. With my tape placed on the shoulder line, I will come down 9.5 inches for my armhole level. I will square out this point, and this line becomes my bust level. I will find the midpoint from the shoulder slope point to the bust level. I will square out this point, and this line becomes my back chest level. On this line, I will place my back chest or armpit to armpit measurement, and on the bust level, I'll place 1/4 of my bust measurement minus the ½ inch we borrowed on the front bodice for bust ease. And with these 3 points, I will draw in my back armhole curve. With my tape placed on the shoulder line, I will come down 16 inches for my back half length. I will square out this point, and this line becomes my waistline. On the bust level, I will place half of my bust span of 4 inches. I will place this same measurement on the waistline, and I will connect these 2 points with a straight line. On this line, I'll place ½ inch on both sides of the line for my dart intake, and I'll draw in my dart legs. On the waistline, I'll place 1/4 of my waist measurement plus the 1 inch dart plus 0.25 inch for ease, and with this point, I will draw in my side seam. On the center back from the waistline, I'll come down by 1.5 inches to balance off the side seam of the front and back bodies. The 1.5 inches is the difference in armhole level of the front and back bodies. I will square out this point, and this line becomes my new waistline. On this new line, I will place 1/4 of my waist measurement plus the 1 inch dart plus 0.25 inch for ease. With this point, I will draw in my side seam and redraw my dart legs. On the new waistline, this is optional. I will go up by ½ an inch to remove any bulge or fold, and with my dart closed, I will connect this point back to the waistline. With my tracing wheel, I'll transfer all dart lines and trim my darts. Just like we did on the front bodies for a more fitted sleeve, on the curved side of the back armhole, we will insert a hidden dart. This dart will be permanently closed. While closing in the darts, control the point where the 2 lines meet with your index finger so that the fold doesn't move into the bodice of the pattern, and then you go in and reshape your armhole. I'll go ahead and label this pattern, and that completes the back bodice for a medium size. I have labeled the pattern, and you can see visibly the excess we've removed on the shoulder line. This is why you must establish the neckline and the shoulder line first before doing the modification. This hidden dart is not necessarily because you're going to have excess around the armhole, as you will see in the review. This is for anyone who might want their armhole a little snatched for a sleeveless dress, please. This is how you go about it without using the contouring technique. So you draw in those two short lines and close it, making sure you control the point where the two lines meet with your index finger, and then you go in and redraw your armhole. I'll go ahead and cut out this pattern and we'll be sewing it up for a try-on. I have cut out the pattern first with the hidden dart closed. I inserted this clip from the video of the basic bodice for a large size to show you how to pin this pattern on your fabric, because when you do this little modification on the armhole, your pattern is not going to be flat. So you follow it up the way I am showing you in the video. You smooth out every space on the pattern with your hands and pin on the fabric. This second one I have cut out without the hidden dart. I will trim off this reshaped armhole on the pattern and reshape the armhole on my bodice. So guys, I have trimmed off the excess on the armhole. I'll go ahead and sew this bodice up. Et voila, here is our bodice done and dusted. You can hardly tell the difference between these two bodies, the modified armhole and the non-modified one. Both sits very comfortably on the body and will go well with any style you choose to create. So that's it for me guys. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your soulmate so that it can get to others, comment, and do not forget to leave me a feedback if you try this pattern. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys in my next one. À bientôt!